Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely prometida. And we are waiting patiently for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the service center in California. How did you know that? Very good. And our NOA1 date is April 18th, 2022. We are now in April 2023. So we're in our 1 year row, row, row your boat waiting for adjudication. 1 year this month. We don't count days. Counting days will drive you crazy. And come on along. I want to talk to you about beautiful visas being approved in beautiful Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Oh, how beautiful that country is. Come on along. Now, I live in the panhandle of Florida near Pensacola, tad east of Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach. On Navarre Beach is where Karina and I are going to get married when we ever get our K1 visa adjudicated. And we're waiting and waiting and waiting. But okay, it's a process. It's no problem. And this video is about K1 visas and the approvals in Costa Rica. And Karina, she wanted me to remind you that she is from Caracas, Venezuela. Okay, but she is a legal resident of Bogota, Colombia. And come on along, let's talk a little bit about Costa Rica. Costa Rica in Spanish literally means the rich coast. And the name is officially called the Republic of Costa Rica because Costa Rica is a constitutional republic. In Spanish, it is República de Costa Rica. And it's a very beautiful country. Now, some people say in past history, the name Costa Rica was applied by Christopher Columbus, who sailed past Costa Rica during his final voyage in 1502. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe Christopher wrote down in his log, "Hey, I'm passing by Costa Rica it's right over here on my left side." I don't know. And actually Colombia, where Karina, my prometida, lives, was named after Christopher Columbus. So Simon Bolivar and Christopher Columbus are very famous people in the Americas. Costa Rica is a country, a Central American country in the region of North America, and it is bordered by Nicaragua to the north Nicaragua, the Caribbean Sea to the northeast, Panama to the southeast. I've been to Panama, and the Pacific Ocean to the southwest. Okay, and it has a maritime border with Ecuador. Now, Ecuador is called Ecuador because it sits on the equator. So Ecuador, equator, there's the name. Okay, and it's also to the south of the Cocos Island. So Costa Rica is surrounded by lots of friendly, happy countries. Okay, and it has a population of around 5 million people in a land area of 19,710 square miles. Now, I don't work in kilometers. I couldn't tell you what a kilometer is. If somebody told me that the store was 2 kilometers down the road, I wouldn't have a clue how far that is. I work in miles. I live in the United States. And so there you go. Costa Rica experiences a nice tropical climate all year round. And there are 2 seasons. The dry season, which is December through April, and the rainy season, which is May through November. So there's 2 seasons, wet or dry. And it's hot all year round. So it's kind of like Miami. Who knows? And Costa Rica is the most visited nation in Central America, with 2.9 million foreign tourists in 2016, which was up 10%. So it goes up about 10% per year. Then COVID hit and everybody stayed home, so who knows what it is. But it is a very popular place to go for tourists. And the tourism sector in Costa Rica is responsible for 5.8% of the country's GDP. GDP is gross national production, or $3.4 billion. That's a lot of money. In 2016, the highest number of tourists came from the United States of America, with over with a million visitors. Woo, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of airplanes. An estimated 333,980 people live in the capital city, and the largest city, which is San Jose, which has a population of around 2 million people that surround the metropolitan area. So it's got 333,900 people in the city, and then another 2 million plus on the outside of it, kind of like in the green belt, I guess. The sovereign state is a unitary presidential constitutional republic, so it's like the United States, it's a constitutional republic. But I know Costa Rica did abolish their military, and which was pretty interesting. So they probably have faith in their own citizens. Who knows? I don't know. Okay? It is a long-standing and stable country and a highly educated workforce. So the folks, it's got like a 97% literacy rate. So everybody in Costa Rica is reading and writing pretty much. They're very smart, very highly intelligent people. The economy of Costa Rica was once heavily dependent on agriculture, but it's basically diversified now to include sectors such as finance, corporate services for foreign companies, pharmaceuticals, and ecotourism. So ecotourism, that means that Costa Rica's got lots of national parks for you guys to go hike and explore. I'm sure there's waterfalls. I'm not sure. I've not been to Costa Rica, but ecotourism is very popular there. Many manufacturing companies and service companies operate in Costa Rica's free trade zones. So they have what's known in Costa Rica as an FTZ, or a free trade zone, where companies can benefit from investing there with tax incentives. So taxes are very, very, very low, which means everybody's working. Companies go there and invest, and you know, it's free market capitalism at its finest. Now let's not forget food, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite subject. You know, when I'm in Colombia, Karina and I are always looking for a new restaurant to go try. But Costa Rican cuisine is a blend of Native American, Spanish, African, and many other ethnic groups, and cuisines from original sources. The food is fantastic, and probably the most famous dish they have down there are tamales. Now I'm all in on tamales. I eat those all day and every day when I'm in Bogota. Okay, in 2010, going back a few years now, the life expectancy from birth to death in Costa Rica was 79.3 years. Okay, so you know that's a long lifespan. And there is a place called the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, and it is considered one of the blue zones in the world. And a blue zone means where people live beyond 100 years. So seems to me like they're doing something right in Costa Rica. And the primary language spoken in Costa Rica is Spanish. Yo hablo español. Sí, poco. Yo hablo español poco. Karina, mucho gusto. Karina, bien? ¿Cómo estás? Okay, sorry about that, guys. And so Costa Rica is a Spanish language speaking country. You know, with characteristics distinct to the country. So it's got its own kind of dialect. Costa Rica is linguistically a diverse place and home to at least 5 living local indigenous languages, which is good. I like to hear that. I like to hear that indigenous languages are not going to the wayside. Okay? And people are speaking the languages of their descendants from the pre-Columbian people. Okay? The Malico, Sabica, Bribri, Gayami, and the Bogleri. I hope I pronounced that right. So let's talk about K-1 visas that were approved and adjudicated by the U.S. State Department out of the U.S. Embassy in San Jose, Costa Rica. In fiscal year 2022, 61 K-1 visas were approved to the citizens of Costa Rica so they could marry their American citizen sponsor and move to the United States. If you are in a K-1 visa process in Costa Rica and you would like to contact the U.S. Embassy, here is the address and the phone number right here. I'll post it right there. And if you would like to email the U.S. Embassy in Costa Rica, the visa section with questions, this is the email address right here. Okay? And thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're here for you. We're going to pull you across the finish line. We're going to pull you by the hand across the finish line to help you get your K1 visa adjudicated. Don't stress the process. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Don't compare your K1 visa to somebody else's K1 visa. Don't do that. Everybody's visa is different. Everybody's K1 visa is different. Be patient. You will get your visa. Boys and girls, you'll get your K1 visa, your K2 visas in your hand, and soon you're going to be on an airplane flying to the United States, and we can't wait for that day. Thanks for watching.
I'll be back.